common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
What is going on? What is going on? Welcome to another live show here at Learn Crypto. This one is a little different because I have no idea why I'm even sitting here. If you look at the charts, it is not looking pretty. Yes, we are still had a price target at 3,000 to 3,200, but that does not make this live show any easier. What's your name over there? I don't even know your name right now. You didn't.
I was gonna joke, but I better not. My software's got a black screen because I logged in wrong. So yeah, we've got a couple issues here we're not very happy about, but we got a few charts. We're gonna do a 30-minute quick show.
Fuse news article. We wanted to make sure to at least get live tonight. Didn't want to leave you hanging as Bitcoin is on the way down. We'll get into some of that price action as well. Shout out to everybody in here. CM, he came in, said hello, and said he's at the liquor store, so he's probably got the right idea of what you should probably be doing about this time. And then Bronco says, hey, how can I become a member of the Discord? Right below your comment is a link to our Patreon, so it is a Patreon member-only Discord. Check out the different tiers and see if you want to get over in Discord, especially with the market kind of in this downward bear market, sideways market. Obviously, it's a little bit harder for us to get and do as many live shows and recorded shows, but we are in that Discord 24/7 with the guys in there. I think there's 20 of us in there right now, each and every day, asking fundamental TA questions, etc. Much easier for me and Todd to communicate with you throughout the day, as like we said, it's tougher to get in the live shows, and especially during the bear market.
K Archie.
So we got a couple good articles. We're gonna give away the Zen from Tuesday's live show. So if you're in here, you got a chance to win. And then Todd's going to look at a couple charts.
We are giving away Zen?
From last night's live show, yes, we are.
Cool.
We got something to give away for you. That's coming out of my own pocket as well. A lot of teams down. Sponsorships aren't around. Advertisements aren't around. Just out of my own pocket. So hopefully I can help triple your bag. I mean, tripling your bag at this point is pretty easy, Todd. You can put in $200 and you triple your bag with these prices. So the current market cap is down to $111 billion. Bitcoin dominance back up to 55%. What is this? Bitcoin was holding all day. We about to go live in here. And now we're down to $3,500. Probably by the time Todd gets the chart, it'll be down to $3,200 the way things are looking. XRP back below 31 cents. Ethereum below $100. Stellar holding at 12 cents. And what is this? Bitcoin SV. Bitcoin SV, the biggest winner on the day. What is going on there?
Show me the money. 24%.
Did a little research. Bitcoin SV has over tripled its volume today on this down day. Pretty interesting considering that the volume and the price has remained stagnant on this the past week or so. Now we're seeing this spike. I think it's pretty obvious that Craig Wright is behind the scenes pumping some money into this bad boy, probably causing the dump in Bitcoin as well because he's probably letting go Bitcoin, buying into Bitcoin SV.
Right.
Trying to create some FOMO, trying to do some wash trading to make that volume look better, and trying to trick your bots into buying up some Bitcoin SV. Personally, I still hate the fundamentals of Bitcoin SV. I'm not interested in it. If you like it, that's good for you. All I know is I'm not interested in Bitcoin SV, and I'm even less interested in Bitcoin Cash now that the head-to-head hash wars happened over there. On top of that, Palm and some others are recommending that their clients do sell their Bitcoin SV upon receiving it from the Bitcoin Cash fork. Once again, if you're over in Discord, you already know what the play was on Bitcoin SV and what we're doing over there, but it's up 24% while everything else is down 10%, and I think that a lot of that is due to some manipulation behind the market. So it might not be a decent time, might not be a bad time, probably a decent time to lighten up those bags or get rid of Bitcoin SV and just try to capture some profits over there and maybe move it into USD Tether or Bitcoin at these levels. Let's go ahead and throw it over to Todd. See a couple charts here at least. And shout out to Hilton Stone with the $2 super chat. Woo! We can buy a full Ethereum Classic in about a day with that $2. That's what I like to see.
Do your Ric Flair.
Hilton Stone said, if Ethereum hits $50, I'm DCA in weekly. There you go. She's bullish on, he or she, I think it's, I don't know, is bullish on Ethereum right around $50. There we go.
Well, we had that ABC, and then I guess we're going straight down for what I still think is this wave forward. 3,200 would be the objective. I've got the shorts on here. Shorts are going near the highs we've seen. I mean, they're not increasing at a high rate. Longs are not backing off too much, so it looks like, you know, you see down here the net of these is the orange, and we're coming down to previous lows. So, but we still got a ways to go. So it looks like probably we're headed to that 3,200 sub below. I made a mistake right when we was going live, because I've loaded my software. It's coming up black now. On my other screen, on my other desk, everything is fine. Because I did just bring this up. This is Bitcoin USD. We are at 35.91, which is probably the most oversold technometer. I'm going to say right back to what I've seen. So any further weakness is going to get that down to drastic oversold. So I guess 3,200 probably would be the time to... if anyone's got any fiat left, to jump in it. So, but that's really the only chart besides TradingView that I'm going to have tonight, because I have totally screwed up my logins with like 5 minutes to go. So,
shout out to Ant C over here, is a supporter of Bitcoin SV. If you have various reasons why you think Bitcoin SV is going to survive or the fundamentals behind that, go ahead and throw it in the chat box. We like the opinion of everyone, and we're always trying to learn and get the perspective of each and every one of you. We got Samp1117 in here, says sell Bitcoin for Bitcoin SV, new version of Bitcoin. The Bitcoin SV community is coming out in droves here into the channel tonight. Glad to have you on board. And make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so we can continue our conversations further down the road.
An injured bunny.
All right, well, let's do this. Let's get through a couple articles here. Give away the free Zen from last night's show before it goes to zero, so at least it has some value before I give it to you. And you know, try to look at this in a lighthearted way. No, we're not going anywhere. I'm not even really trading any of my current stash at these levels. Just looking to dollar cost average and buy on any further dips. You guys already know, if you've been here before, how I will be attaining some of those funds. And it's a long-term play here in this ecosystem, and take advantage of the passive income opportunities, mining, staking, masternodes, etc. Somebody said they just bought another 200 Zen. I have been eyeing up to get another supernode on the network at these prices. This is the lowest price of a supernode since its existence. Yes, since its existence, and you get daily payouts of about 0.3 Zen per day.
I will say some people that's been in the space longer than me have called me in the last couple of days and are adding money here. So, you know, they've been through it before, and figured it'll probably happen again, but they are adding fiat here, and you know, and they've got some big losses on stuff, but they're adding more, thinking this we're still near the lows. So we shall see.
All right. Here we
give away more Zen. Well, you know, it's going to matter whether Zen wants to keep giving us any more Zen.
Yeah.
So that's the problem.
Zen is currently, I think, $5 or $6.
I'm going to take it out of my pizza.
So there we go. This is about the price levels when we first started talking about. No, this is not. I think Zen was $16 when we first started talking about it. We wrote it through the Palm Beach Confidential listing, the Binance listing, the Supernode and SecureNode, the Grayscale listing. So wrote that thing pretty high and been getting passive income and mining that for quite a while now. And yeah, unfortunately, with the bear market, everything's taken a hit. But if you're got into SecureNode, Supernodes, etc., you're doing quite well and have stacked those bags. Let's get into some articles here. Slowing us down over here, Taj. U.S. Congressman introducing legislation to designate Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as an entirely new asset class. If you've been watching the show for a while, you've heard me say that I thought Bitcoin and crypto would become the next institutional investable asset class, but I figured that it would find a house either with the securities or the commodities, leaning toward the commodities. But this guy is saying, no, you got to designate it as its own asset class. Let's see who he is. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency may finally become its own asset class if a new bill heading to the U.S. Congress becomes law. U.S. Representative Warren Davidson of Ohio is proposing to bring some much-needed clarity to confusion on whether crypto should be categorized as securities, commodities, or properties. According to Cleveland.com, the Republican from the 8th District says he plans to introduce legislation in the House of Representatives that would create a new, unique asset class for cryptocurrencies and initial coin offerings, allowing a more clear path to government regulation. The bill would prevent crypto assets from being classified as securities and empower the federal government to, quote, regulate initial coin offerings more efficiently. Davidson says the bill will help legitimize the blockchain industry, give new companies the power to raise capital a different way directly from their consumers. Overall, I think this is interesting. Does this mean it's going to pass? No, but why did I read this article? I think it is very important to see that people in the government infrastructure are starting to realize the power or potential power of Bitcoin, blockchain technology, and the cryptocurrency ecosystem as a whole. You definitely need to grease the wheels a little bit and have some of these government bodies on your side, and that is what we are starting to see here. If Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is listed right now, the best thing would that it would be considered a commodity. Better tax advantages and trading advantages there. But if it can be its own asset class, maybe there will be even a bit more favorable outlook pertaining to tax and storage and custodian of these crypto assets.
Those are all things we wanted back there a year ago.
Yeah, it sure is.
Asset class, get all the traditional stock people over here. So
fundamentals aren't changing, market irrationality, or, I think the Bitcoin Cash hash wars led to this sharp downturn. Craig Wright openly said he was selling his Bitcoin in order to buy more Bitcoin SV and to bury Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. So that's made apparent. And anytime somebody's market selling with consensus things in mind, low liquidity pools on a finite supply resource is going to push that down quite a bit.
And then again, my clients, I think, are pretty knowledgeable. They think fundamentally things are better than it was. So they're more comfortable doing it here because they don't think anything's changed and prices are cheap. So we shall see.
This next article here, SEC again delays decision on VanEck SolidX Bitcoin ETF. I probably could have wrote this article about 7 months ago. Why is that? Well, you can look in our recorded videos, scroll down to, I think it was crypto news section from 7 months ago. I said that no Bitcoin ETF is going to be passed until February 25th of 2019. I even reiterated that last week during a live show. Now, I said February 25th, 2019, but here they are saying in the article February 27th, 2019. So, crucify me, I was off by 2 days. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, extended a rule change proposal allowing the nation's first Bitcoin exchange-traded fund, or ETF, pushing the decision deadline to next year. In a notice posted online, the securities regulators said it was extending the review period for the ETF to February 27th of 2019. Under SEC rules, a decision on the proposal could not be delayed any further, meaning the next notice must either approve or reject the ETF. This is exactly how I did a little bit of math and came up with my February 25th date. I knew that it would just be pushed back until the last and final day. That's how I came up with that prediction, guys. Use a little bit of math, do some addition, and that's what you're going to go with. Know that the government is going to continue to drag their feet, push it out to the final due date, and now here we are. Now, this is probably what is drawing down Bitcoin right now. This $300 move to the downside probably is built in due to this negative news. But once again, this has been out in the open. Anybody can figure this out, and some other people besides myself have been saying that we're going to delay till next year. Even a lot of people on YouTube, Twitter, and ourselves here really are looking for the next bull catalyst to start either at the very end of this year or in the first and second quarter of 2019, as we are hoping for an ETF. We will have backed exchange, ErisX exchange, custodian via Fidelity, Goldman Sachs, Bitcoin trading desk, and the list goes on and on. That's what we're looking at. That's why we like the fundamentals of the ecosystem. These institutions have put their time, effort, money into building the infrastructure for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Whether or not you're going to be hodling at that time, buying at the time, or completely shaken out of the market, time will tell. Obviously it is hard down here, but things are still looking okay.
You like ETC or ETH here? Ricardo wants to know.
I like ETC personally. I think ETC had a little more.
Say that.
I think ETC had a little more foot on it recently, so it's even pushed down a little bit lower. And I think it has more ROI opportunities. If bull market happens, everything's going to benefit. I think ETC is currently undervalued further than that of Ethereum based on market capitalizations and the teams involved with that. So that's my opinion. What do you like, Todd?
I'm not sure.
I think the one thing Ethereum does have for it is, although ETC does have institutional, it's going to have access from institutions via Coinbase custody and Grayscale. I think Ethereum is going to fall on more of these institutional exchanges and has about 100% possibility to be included on ErisX. And Ethereum Classic, in my mind, probably only has about a 60 or 70% chance. So if Ethereum Classic doesn't make the cut on that and Ethereum does, then I think Ethereum will outperform during at least the institutional bull run that may be created. But I personally still like what ETC has and the multiples as far as value that ETC has versus Ethereum.
Well, we're trying to stay on here live, Bill, and keep doing what we're doing. I mean, we are building the channel slowly. And, you know, when we start a bull market, everyone will be running back to YouTube. So we're just going to try to be here now while it's tough and dig in here. So
Matthew's in here. I don't know why you don't have a wrench, Matthew, but I know that you're setting up some buys on ETC. What are the prices you got on that? Estaj says he'll buy Ethereum Classic at $1 and Ethereum at 40. There you go.
Dang.
All right, here we go. What you got, Todd? You got one more chart or something
Wrench,
before?
Matthew, I'm going to go over some stocks maybe here in a minute. The stock market will ride back later today. You want me to do that now?
Yeah, you can do the stock market.
All right, well, for who's interested, we did have a pretty big down day today. The Dow was down like 780, came back to only down 80. Technometer over here isn't oversold at all. I really think that that's just probably a wave forward bounce. I think there's more selling coming. Square, the NASDAQ did come back strongly late today. So Square did not give me a buy. I tweeted that earlier. You can see really it's back to 44 neutral on the technometer. So same thing there, I think. I think Square is going to be a good stock. Still moving forward, but I got to wait to buy it. What else? UUP, nothing. Technometer's running all over on the UUP. We're back to 46. So I'm guessing now you want to still be short this thing. And I think when UUP finally gives it up, cryptos will dig in. So maybe that's going to happen at the 3,200 level finally, where we'll finally give it up. So give it up on the dollar and get the cryptos turned. And then GDX, gold and silver ETF, trying to go through the top of the resistance. I'm still long some ABX there. And what, TLT on the bonds. Let's go out a little bit further. I mean, there is the 1 year chart. So, no, that's going to go to the 3 year now. I was short down here, I said, and got stopped out. And a big rally. A lot of people obviously was short and got caught the last 3 days. And we came back to a previous downtrend line. So, but I got technometer at oversold. So, well, hold on, I think I got it. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, technometer's at 44. So, I'd like to be short TLT again somewhere up here, but they had the Fed talking that they might not raise rates so aggressively. That's why I brought the Dow off the lows and has kept the bond somewhat firm. So that's probably all I got. Bitcoin 34.21.
Oh, still going down. I'll pull this back. I got one or two more articles, and at least we'll brighten your day and give away some Zen. Last live show, we were talking about ZEC. Somebody was saying, should we buy it leading into the Coinbase.com edition? I said, probably not. And the reason I said so is because I thought that the gains would be minimal due to the fact that ZEC does have such high liquidity and a high market cap, meaning it's going to take a lot more volume to create the type of gains that we're seeing from 0x and Basic Attention Token. What do you know? You had about a one candle opportunity for a 5% gain. The bottom dropped out. Now the other ones, I said that ZEC would probably continue on down further. The 0x and Basic Attention Tokens chart took a lot more time to revert back all the Coinbase gains and are still looking pretty constructive. And what do you know, ZEC continuing to fall. I had a price target on my Twitter, and what do you know, it keeps on falling. At this time, I'm not very interested in adding Zcash to my portfolio. That's just me personally. I think if it doesn't hold here at 160k Satoshis, it will fall to 130k Satoshis. And right now, ZEC is currently at its all-time lows ever. Not very attractive. So there you go. Hopefully whoever asked that question took the advice and didn't get involved looking for that Coinbase edition. Kind of played out the way that we thought. If you've been here for a while, you know we did good plays on ETC, massive trades on BAT and ZRX as well, and I just wasn't feeling it with ZEC, and that proved beneficial. The one giveaway I do want to let you guys know about is Rapids RPD is doing a 1 million Rapid giveaway. So go to Rapids RPD, at Rapids RPD, and get involved. It's as simple as following them and then retweeting the post. 4 winners for 250,000 Rapids will be chosen during the mainnet celebration on December 15th. On December 15th, the ERC20 Rapids is doing a token swap to their own proprietary blockchain. Will be supported by Crex24.com and ByteBTC. Staking and master nodes will be enacted, and there will be a 1 million RPD giveaway.
I will agree with what people are saying. The bear market's going to really clean everything out and good for the overall ecosystem. So definitely got to agree with that.
Here's the live show, our last live show. We'll copy the URL of this. Go ahead and throw it over here. Here we go. We got a 1 in 39 chance of winning 1 full Zen. Here we go. Round and round it goes. Who's going to win some coin? Oh, that's us, so it can't be that one.
Dang, we're lucky as hell on winning the Zen.
Gonna start keeping my own Zen. Sorry, guys. Crypto Kiwi. Another great show, guys. Thanks for all you do, and there is the Zen address. Shout out to you, Crypto Kiwi. Name sounds familiar, and congratulations. You're gonna make a little bit of gains here in the bear market by getting some free cryptocurrency. Now that is passive income right there, if I've ever seen it.
Fat pudding in the building.
Fat pudding.
Fat pudding in this bitch.
Whoa. Here we go, the last article of the day, and then we're going to probably wrap things up because we'll answer your questions. We'll do another poll, even though I already know which way the poll's going to go just by the overall market sentiment, but we'll do it anyways. Now, with all the bearish news going on, all the negative sentiment, is Bitcoin dead? I mean, I personally don't think so, and neither does Morgan Creek Digital. Is betting $1 million that crypto will beat the S&P 500. If you don't know what the S&P 500 is, really that's the index of the overall traditional stock market, made up of a lot of the companies that you know and use each and every day. Morgan Creek Digital, an institutional manager focused on cryptocurrencies and digital assets, wants to bet $1 million that such assets will outperform the S&P 500 over the course of the next 10 years. This is why we always say, where you're getting in Bitcoin depends on your time horizon and your investment thesis. We like the return opportunity on investment at these levels. Could it go lower? Yeah, we've been saying we're looking for 3,000 to 3,200, but getting involved in dollar cost averaging probably isn't a terrible idea around these lows. The asset manager is challenging any professional investor or firm that believes cryptocurrencies are, quote, worthless, or that public equities are a better bet to prove their belief with a long-term bet against the Digital Asset Index Fund. Now Morgan Creek Digital is betting that an index fund containing of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, EOS, Litecoin, Monero, Zcash, Dash, IOTA, and NEM will outperform the S&P 500 over the next decade. Outlining how Bitcoin's fundamentals would support its growth as an asset class, nothing that while the post references Bitcoin specifically, his team holds similar views on the crypto space as a whole. These fundamentals include the fact that the number of wallets and nodes supporting the network continue to grow. I read something that the amount of digital wallets that were created in 2018 for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is more than the entire timeline of cryptocurrencies ever. Right. That means in this year, this terrible market, this 11 months of dog doo-doo market, more wallets were generated and created than the past 9 years combined. That is pretty impressive, and that is why I believe that the market is remaining irrational. More people are getting involved even though you don't have all the hype. A lot of people were getting involved at the back end of the bull market. A lot of those people are sold out, have a salty taste in their mouth, but a lot of you guys got involved around that time and are sticking through it, practicing dollar cost averaging, getting to know blockchain technology, learning how to stake, learning how to set up nodes, etc., and trying to position yourself as you believe that blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies will play a more vital role in everyone's life moving into the future.
I'd say XRP still, I think XRP will be a good performer moving forward. So, and yes, my mom is still watching. She's going to ride this thing down as well. She's probably watching.
We'll be the captain of this ship.
She's never liked my potty mouth, so. But I don't have very many other bad habits, so.
Do you guys have any fundamental questions or any charts you want Todd to look at, or really just any general market questions? And let's do a quick poll while you're thinking of that question. Do you think Bitcoin is going to go to 3,000 or 5,000? We've done this poll the past 2 live shows. Nearly everybody was bearish, looking for $3,000 before 5. Now, don't think that this is, well, Nick, that's an automatic. That's an easy answer. You still got to fall another $430 for Bitcoin to hit that 3K mark. And I think as a mental barrier, there is a lot of buy orders in and around that 3K mark that might be able to prop it up, leading into a potential bull catalyst. Somebody wants you to look at the Bitcoin Cash chart. A disaster. Go to Google, type in dump truck. That is the Bitcoin Cash chart.
Dump truck. That's funny.
If you have $1,000, what would you buy between Ethereum and XRP? Please, I need an answer. If you're buying right this second, Todd, right now, he doesn't care if it goes up, down, which one's outperforming right at the second, Ethereum or XRP. Or he's $1,000. Would you recommend a percentage breakdown?
I think XRP is good here.
Yeah, I was going to agree. If you were saying right this second and you had to put all 1,000 in it right now, I think XRP is probably the better option. Now, there's some people out there like, Nick, XRP is going to stay firm and go up even if Bitcoin drops. I think that's farce. I think Bitcoin is still the index. If Bitcoin drops, it's going to bring everything down. And I think that XRP does have some downward pressures from external sources. Number one, on a monthly basis, more XRP is being put into circulation from their escrow accounts for the next 54 months or however many months it's been. On top of that, Jeb McCaleb still has billions of XRP to sell. He is able to sell at market a certain amount of XRP based on the volume. So each and every day you can count on Jeb McCaleb dumping as much XRP as he is contractually allowable to do. So keep that in mind. I do not think that XRP is going to moon if Bitcoin goes down $1,000, but I think it could potentially outperform Ethereum.
What's Bitcoin Jesus been doing? I don't even know much about him.
I have no idea. Oh, is Bitcoin? Are you referring to Roger Ver? Well, I actually posted a tweet. I'm not going to read it for you guys, but Roger Ver did do a sit-down interview, and he kind of changed his tone a little bit. Kind of said, all right, the Bitcoin Cash hash wars are over. I got the Bitcoin Cash ticker, and he was more praising the crypto ecosystem as a whole, saying he's bullish on Bitcoin Cash, and the whole crypto ecosystem. I think he realized that what I said was true, that he was tarnishing his reputation, that he was creating a lot of drama in the ecosystem and really hurting the entire ecosystem that he has been preaching for a decade, working so hard at building up. He was tearing it down with his narcissistic attitude and his infighting with Craig Wright. And I think he realized that the persona he was creating was not going to allow him to participate in this ecosystem as it turns around unless he started changing things. So he sung a little bit of a different tune. So we'll see what happens. And Todd just capitulated. He's gone. Time to buy. He quit. He's done.
I'm going to get a technometer reading here real quick.
And somebody said, opinion on Cardano. I like Cardano for the long term as well as that's ADA. Go to our interview section on the homepage. Watch my interview with the one and only Charles Hoskinson. He talked about ADA, Ethereum Classic, Zen, and really the crypto ecosystem as a whole. And I think you can generate some educated opinions from that video. And we got Ricardo in here, says, I'm tired of crypto. Man, there you go. I wouldn't, if you're tired of crypto, buy what you got, dollar cost average, and don't even look at the charts. If you're really believing the space but you're getting tired, you need to spend some time with the family and friends. Don't stress yourself out. Get involved, hodl, put it on your ledger, put the ledger in your safe, and walk away for a few days. Sarah Connor says, China going to dump Bitcoin with a space this weekend. Get out now. I probably would believe you a little more if you spelt Bitcoin correctly. And Jack Schrader says the Bitcoin correction is no different than the last 4 major downs. There you go, Jack. That is very true. That's what we've been preaching here for a while. That's why we're still going live. We don't got a lot of charts to show. We don't have a lot of news to show, but we really just wanted to be here to help be your strong hands. Make sure none of our community members are having a rough time, or at least maybe get you to laugh and smile a little bit during these trying times, and try to keep you in the space. Because we've been here for a while. We've seen market ups, market downs, and they've always corrected themselves, and the fundamentals are looking like it will correct itself in the positive direction at some point in time.
Technometer's 34.75.
Rich Johnson says, can LTC survive? LTC, if LTC doesn't survive until this next bull market, then really the entire market is going to collapse. LTC's been around for a while. They have a team. They have a foundation. They have. They're going to have be investable from institutions. They're going to be on ErisX. They're going to be on. They're on the digital assets exchange that I just mentioned, the index. They're on Coinbase, etc. So if they don't survive, the whole thing's dead.
We got to take down the BTFD sign. Oh shit. No, I'd buy XRP.
No, gotta add more D's for all the dips. Buy the freaking dip.
Right, does Coinbase adding the coin still matter?
I explained to you why Zcash didn't matter. I mean, that's why we didn't play it. You guys know I was public about the ZRX trades, the BAT trades, the ETC trades, and we made a killing on those. And I said live on air, somebody asked, and I said, I'm not even interested. Put an order slightly higher, you're going to get 1 wick higher, and it's going to dump. What happened? That's exactly what happened. So you could have got your 8% or 5% gains, and it is dumped, and it's continuing to dump. And I have it going down another 300,000 Satoshis before I think there's any kind of support there.
Everybody should love a dip, even after a dip.
There you go. If you're in it for the long term, and that's your investment thesis, that is similar to what me and Todd are doing, then you should be happy. I guarantee it. Don't make me go back to the live shows and look in the chat box. A lot of you guys were, when Bitcoin was at 15,000, 16,000, 20,000, 12,000, begging for Bitcoin 6K, 3K, 1K to be able to buy. And, well, I know you really didn't think it was going to happen, but here's your opportunity. So you can either take advantage of it, or, you can just continue to try to learn and hodl what you have and not put any more money in the space. That's up to you.
What up, Craig?
I think if you're here gathering information and participating in the ecosystem, you probably should try to take advantage of it. Not saying go empty out your bank account. I'm saying, hey, I got paid today. Maybe you can put in $50, $100, $200, whatever. If you've been doing that dollar cost average even over the past 8 months, you had tons of opportunities right around the 6K mark, and now you have 2 weeks around the 4K mark. So the opportunity's there.
Clifford said he's 73. He has not much long-term left. I hear you, Clifford.
We're not talking that long-term, Clifford. You're going to be here for plenty of time. But hey, if it does end up being 30 years, 40 years, go ahead and send me your private address.
We're going to run a disclaimer real quick. Keep the authorities off of us.
There is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns.
I guess Todd's trying to leave it there, breaking everything.
I guess with that in mind, also that entails for stocks. We need to change that because I've been talking about stocks a little bit.
ECA Panther says, what do you think the market bottom for ECA is? I think you got strong support around 5 Satoshis. You got a little bit of a buy wall there. I think if you put something at 5, you'll probably end up getting filled. I think what's hurting ECA, obviously the bear market, but they've continued to push back their forks and they reduced their staking percentage dramatically. So we'll see what happens with that moving forward. I think 5 Satoshis would be a good buy order to put in. As Taj says, Nick, I'm happy if I get to buy Bitcoin at $500. Whoa. There you go, $500. And then on another note, we got
ECA Panther going to mortgage his house.
There you go. We got Than Long 9 says buy 15,000 EOS, which right now would cost you what? $50,000 or something. Walk away for 5 years, and I guess you're assuming you walk back and be a millionaire. ECA Panther says, I'm mortgaging my house. I think if you're going to mortgage your house, You should probably
Tell the wife.
I was going to say diversify and hold some larger cap coins. Although I do have my fair share of micro cap coins that I have a portion of my portfolio. I think if you're using higher risk loan money, you need to go in the lower risk cryptocurrencies and get in some of the large caps where institutions are going to have access to them. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, maybe an XRP, maybe an XLM.
Here's an XRP chart. I mean, I guess I've got a lot of stuff on here. I mean, there's the XRP coming off that 25 low from before. That's a 15-minute chart. So again, I'm at XRP. You'd have to...
Where's that support down there?
Shout out. That's 25, the low.
25?
Hopefully I'll get my software coming off the black screen. Everything's over fine on my other desk, but I screwed stuff up.
Matthew said his next major buy is at $2,600. Let's see if we get there. You know, I had the price... when we went up to 4,200, we set a price target of 3,000 to 3,200 Bitcoin. We didn't really know how or when we were going to get there, but it's coming sooner than we thought. We were really looking for maybe one more ABC rise and then have this major capitulation. But I think with the news, with the ETF and just the overall bearish sentiment already, that's why we're seeing this downturn right here, right now.
And I agree with BCHSV up. I mean, obviously they're selling some more Bitcoin. So
there you go. Incognito says, anybody like Doge right now? Doge is one I'm just not too interested in. I think it's interesting and has held its value and is going to see its pumps. But from a fundamental perspective and utilization perspective, I'm not that interested in it for the long term. Steven Dela Cruz says there's so much hashtag Litecoin hype. I don't know. I don't really see too much Litecoin hype. I just think the fact that it's been around, it's on all the major exchanges, and institutions will have access to it. That's why I believe it's going to survive. It also has a transparent foundation, founder, etc. So that's why. If there's a bull market and your coin is integrated on all the liquidity pools, has access to via fiat gateways, more institutions, and then has utilization factors because it's in all the wallets, it's in all the point of sale systems, it's going to be in the new HTC crypto phone, well, you would assume that you're going to survive and your price is going to have some appreciation there.
Matthew says, funny though, I've never been more sure of crypto in a long time. And that was my sentiment from some of my, what I think are more knowledgeable clients, even in myself.
I think part of that is you just weed out a lot of the people here who are just like get rich quick, and now you got a lot of people who are trying to build, who know what they're doing, who know how to use wallets, and you know, I think it's just a little bit cleaner. You shook out all the people. So I mean, crypto Twitter is really bearish, but I think that the IQ has gone up about 30 points already. It's like every 1,000 the Bitcoin went down, the IQ on crypto Twitter went up about 10 points.
Right. As
you continue to shake some people out.
Yep.
That's really about all we got. I'm surprised we're almost had a full show. Me and Todd were like, why are we going live? Let's get on here, make an appearance, calm you guys down, point out some facts, do a 30-minute show, give away some coins, and now we're here, and it's almost a full show.
Right.
What you got, Todd? You got anything over there?
No, I need the damn software to come up, but I don't know. I did something wrong. Sorry. And the issues I have been having, overnight they told me what the issue was. They're fixing that, so I'm hoping start next week with a clean slate with everything. So
ECA Panther says, do you think Stellar or Cardano is going to get on Coinbase? Definitely diversifying. I got ADA, ECA, ONT, ICX, BAT, BTC, Litecoin, ETC. Pretty solid portfolio there, and make sure to have ONT on Binance or supporting exchange to gather that staking reward in the ONG token. I think that ADA and XLM will be added to Coinbase. I don't really know in which particular order. I think depending on the market sentiment, of course, I think Stellar and ADA, I've been accumulating those. I think those will have more similar price actions to that of ZRX and Basic Attention Token versus the DUD and ZEC. So
I think the new thing is going to be husband and wife will be wearing, the wife will be wearing "I'm a stupid" with the arrow pointing over it.
Yeah.
And the husband will have the Bitcoin
t-shirt. Oh, man.
Here, let me go. Here's Crone, CRON. We love pot stocks. So I did give a buy on Telray I think about 3-4 days ago. So this one is acting good. I would guess that's a stronger one in the group. I would probably stay with that one. I think that one's higher. Just Tilray, I mentioned, I like that one. Having way more success on the stock side. So small losses on here.
Ooh, the first
it's turning up.
Oh, you can leave that on there. Whoever did vlog, you could have left it because I like that. The first troll came in here. Todd's PCG got wrecked, and he said, "This old guy's still on here." The funny thing is, you're not on here doing anything, and your buddy is barely on here either. So
right.
I mean, that's just hilarious. I love it though.
They're losing subscribers. And,
I mean,
I bought all my accounts at the top, dumbass.
The thing is, it depends on time horizon again. The first public buys were in the teens. Yes, 1,200, 1,300, 1,400.
1900s,
Bitcoin.
major on a pullback and whatever. I've made more money on stock trades recently.
The fact that you have so much time to create a fake account, come up with a name, and then come in here and say the same generic stuff, show in and show out on Twitter or whatever, man, I feel sorry for you. If you want to go ahead and put me your Bitcoin address in here, I think I might even donate to you.
Show me.
And maybe that'll feed you for a little bit and you'll stop being so grumpy. Maybe I'll buy you a couple Snickers.
Fucking idiot. Snickers. What's up, Jet? Thank you very much. Appreciate that. We're here to stay, so. Whoa, 2,500 guaranteed.
There you go.
I'll tell you what, we're getting close to the lows because the sentiment is really bearish here. And we've had almost like 8 lower highs on Bitcoin. So,
Crypto Hunter said you can get 125,000 ADA with one Bitcoin right now. There you go. Talk about accumulation. Whoa. Shout out to Jet. You know why? Because she just sent a $10 super chat. Hope all is well, Jet. Make sure to put in a question, comment, or concern for your $10. Make us earn it a little bit. I know we do the shows for free, but still, you get a special benefit with the super chat, so make sure to take advantage of it. And hope you're doing a little better. I know that you took a little bit of a tumble while walking the dog, so hopefully that's all healing up well as well. Shout out to you.
Mrs. K is not in the house. She's at another function for Christmas with her parents. She does a lot of work for different organizations. So around Christmas, she gets extremely busy.
There you go. What else you guys got?
Tonight, I believe it's Lions Club. So where I should be, but I'm here in St. Louis stuck with Nixtradamus.
Stuck with Nixtradamus. Oh, man. Good times. Good times.
But I just want to go down here and dunk these things so we can get everybody out and we can start a bull market. So
that's what we're needing here. We need that final capitulation wick and then move into 2019 with the catalyst from the institutions. They're going to change their tone and be like, come on, guys, you're our clients. You need to buy this. Why? Because now they have the infrastructure built. They're going to garnish fees. They already have their bags packed. And then the whole sentiment's going to change because really the mainstream media and the big boys run the investment ecosystem. And I think that's what you're going to start to see, especially with the stock market kind of looking top heavy as well. They're looking for ways to generate alpha and really outperform. And I think crypto is going to be their diversifier that they try to target for these gains. So we'll see.
And I wish the trolls and the haters would just come with intelligence. I mean, I don't mind anybody. And I really hate deleting people off channels and stuff because it looks like you're trying to hide something. But damn, people have no intelligence to even discuss something.
Yeah, I mean,
how many times I'll discuss whatever. And losses are half the game, so I mean, shit.
And
how many losses I've taken over the years? Come on.
Yeah, and how many times have we had high-level debates from people and then they end up becoming community members and we continue to debate with them? I mean, that's what it's all about. Educated discussion. I mean, if you want to come in here and troll, just come in here with your real name and have an educated discussion. That's all it takes.
I know nothing, but I gave a sell on stocks at the exact high before, 1,600 points down or something? And I gave it away free on YouTube.
You done some says BTFD equals belated trying to find diapers. Okay. That's funny.
Let's bring up the Bitcoin chart. I mean, this is... I think what the majority of people are looking at on Bitcoin shorts. So let's go back to, I mean, there's the daily Bitcoin on top. This is shorts, so we're nearing all-time highs on the shorts here. Longs have not capitulated yet, so they need a breakdown to here. So the net is coming down to extremely low levels. So again, we're getting close. 3,200 Bitcoin, maybe that would get longs to liquidate. Shorts are going to explode probably to new highs on much more weakness. So yeah, we're getting there. Are we there? Possibly. And all that also brings into why my technometer is at 34.7, which is extremely low, because you are getting, this is definitely bringing in shorts and wiping everybody out here. So doing what it's supposed to. Hit that like button.
There we go. Jet did put a question, it appears, for $10. She said, have you heard of Blockchains LLC? Heard about it, not sure what it is. I will look into it and let you know my opinion on it and see what that is all about. I searched it on Google over here, and it looks like a lot of different things are popping up. So I'll have to try to dig deeper and see what the real Blockchains LLC is all about.
I hear you, Joshua. What's up? We don't give them much time. When you're bored, you got to bring them out a little bit. But really, it's amazing how little trolls we get here, because everyone is pretty businesslike.
Jack Charter says, what effect do you think Fidelity Investments, with their association
Huge.
with trading firm ErisX, have on the prices in 2019? Fidelity has $2.5 trillion in assets under management and 26 million clients. I mean, watch our last show, or our past two shows, we talked about Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, and who else was getting involved? There was a couple more, Goldman Sachs as well as some others. So I think it's going to be big.
Everybody now.
ErisX is going to be coming in 2Q 2019. Backed exchange will be coming first. Backed is from ICE. Physically delivered futures is what they're focusing on. Then ErisX is going to be launched. Physically delivered futures and spot trading. Spot trading means that individuals in the traditional market, like Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, and others, will be able to trade Bitcoin and their chosen cryptocurrencies just like we do on Coinbase Pro, Binance, Bittrex, etc. That's huge. And why is that huge? Because Fidelity is going to have built-in fees. And what does Fidelity make revenues off of? Fees. So they're going to push this as a diversifying asset class to all of its clients, even if they say, hey, you need 3% or 5% of your investable assets in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Do the math on what that means for the market capitalization on a finite supplied resource. Look at the supply and demand curve there. And then start looking at some of the rich lists for Bitcoin. There's not that many Bitcoin out to be traded, especially during the bull market when everybody's holding on tight. That's where you get that exponential growth in the supply and demand chain, which causes exponential growth and a blow off tops in the price action as well.
The reason I stayed bullish way more than I should have is just the average stock investor or past client of mine has never, even people I talked to that said, yeah, I'll put some money in it, just didn't want to go to Coinbase, didn't go to all that trouble. They want somebody, an advisor like myself, just going and doing it for them. But when you get the Fidelities and Ameritrades and Schwabs all set up to do that, and then you get the price turned around, I just think money's going to flow in here so easy and so quickly. And I think the supply is going to be gone because the people picking up these coins down here are not going to sell on the first 100% rally. I don't think. I think they're going to lock in for a few years. So there's going to be no supply on the way up, and you're going to get another unbelievable bull run.
Let's see here. Green Zen 99. If they make money from fees, it makes no difference if the price goes up or down. That's correct. But if they don't push the asset class as a legitimate, then they're not going to have any traders over there. So they're going to push it. People are going to get on board, start seeing the tech, and it's going to continue to expand, in my opinion. We got Narpto over here. What do you guys think of the latest SEC ETF statement? Do you think they'll issue a deny in February? We did talk about that a little earlier in the show, so you can kind of rewind and look through my whole preach. But I've been saying that the ETF, the VanEck ETF, would be pushed back to February 25th of 2019 for about 6 or 7 months now. And it is now being pushed back to February 27th. Personally, I believe if things, obviously there could be major discrepancies over the next 3 months, but I think that they will approve the Bitcoin ETF on February 25th to 27th. And I think that the VanEck one stands ahead of the other 9 that have been disproved just by some of the underwritings and how they kind of formulated how the ETF will run. So I think it will be approved in February. And I think that's going to add to the bullish catalyst of the backed exchange in January, the ErisX coming in Q1 or Q2, and you already got Bitcoin trading desk from Goldman Sachs and other coming in Q1 as well. So
what's up, JPG?
That's what's coming.
another big supporter.
We got Incognito looking for a 19-pound LTC, which falls in line with another person's prediction of a $20 LTC. That is a big number for LTC. If it falls below that, oof, that's not looking good. So that is $20 needs to hold on Litecoin. JPG Whistler says there are trolls everywhere. The trick is not to give them attention, as they're a little insecure. I can't even read all that. Oh yeah, we usually don't give them attention. We usually come out swinging, because their comments are so uneducated, and it's pretty easy to make them look like idiots. And once you do that, they usually stop talking. Just come with a high level debate, and we can have a discussion. There's no need to hate each other. There's no need to be a troll. Log in on your real account and say, I believe this, and I'll say, I believe this, and then we can come to a mutually beneficial agreement, bounce some knowledge off each other, and there we are. And then you're part of the community, and we're all making money.
Douchebags some of these guys are. Just idiots. What up, Dustin?
Man, we wanted a short show. This is going to be a long show.
3380 Bitcoin.
Oh, 33. Here we go. Another leg down. Man, I need to get the fiat ready for 3,200 to 3,000 earlier than I thought. Somebody's asking, did I go to Parkway West? I'm not going to tell you what high school I went to, but I'll tell you I did not go to Parkway West. I'm sure if you go on Google, you can find me, though, because everything I do is with my real name. I have a professional job.
Right,
so
you
I'm
look
not
at
too hard.
Nixtradamus, it's all
not too hard to charge.
Nixtradamus, his picture will come up.
I don't use cartoon characters and fake names.
Or the Hitman.
So you can find me. You can find me. All right.
Why I didn't recognize a huge descending triangle.
Yeah, we talked about the descending triangle, and really, I guess you can say that played out, but even on the back end, it wasn't still the descending triangle formation. It started breaking up out of that. And if it's a descending triangle based on a measured move, we're still need to go down to around 1,500. Right here isn't confirmation of that chart pattern. But yeah, so a lot of people were looking at that. We were looking at that too. I think it got a little bit of a bump down from the sixes down here, like we were saying, due to the Bitcoin Cash hash wars, which nobody could really project. And then Craig Wright saying he's dumping all of his BTC. And then now we have the Bitcoin ETF getting pushed back like anticipated, but other people, I guess, weren't anticipating it for another 300 down move. So we'll see. We'll see if that descending triangle confirms here and we get all the way down to Bitcoin at $1,500. That would be pretty impressive on the downside.
Zero Period throws up a website where you can practice. So I haven't been there, not recommending it, but you could click that because I agree, practice makes perfect. So
Narpto Figgy says, you sound like you have a media degree. Nope. And I really didn't even want to come public. I kind of came public during the bear market because I created a relationship with Todd Butterfield. He is the president of Wyckoff SMI and has a legitimate business at LearnCrypto.io, and I knew he wasn't on any BS. And we were seeing a lot of misinformation and shillers and whatever else during that bull market. So I wanted to come on here and present some knowledge and opinions that people could build off of and really help people and help build a community. That's what we're here for.
I guess you just had the same dude back in?
Who knows? I don't know. I can't keep track of them.
They're too funny. Well, when we get down, you can go and check out the Big Beezy, because him and his trolls are probably going to be live sometime in their mom's basement.
All right. And then Narpado says a face for radio right here. I don't know if you're talking about us or you, but yep. That's Todd. Todd's got the face for radio.
Jeffrey Hammers reminds me of the milestone watch shows we had on the way up. I hear you. The Big Sleazy. No thanks on Beezy.
I see somebody is a super bear, but over here in their handwriting, they have $3 trillion by the end of 2018. That's all I got to say.
Right. Yeah. He's been bearish all the way down, but we had him saying $3 trillion on the way up when I was at $1 trillion. So, yeah.
Crypto Hunter says DGB is keeping its price amazing. There you go. That's about all we got. We're just getting off the rails. We went through a few news articles, some fundamentals, your guys' questions, a few charts. It's a terrible red day, but we wanted to make sure to get live for you guys to kind of see what's up. Make sure you guys are doing okay, hanging in there. Don't stress yourself out too much. look to add to the bags. We have a target of 3,000 to 3,200 that we've had in place since we made the rally to 4,200, and we'll see if that target gets met. It looks like we're already into 33s, so it looks like it's happening too fast as far as me trying to get positioned myself.
I'm going to give Hilton Stone a DGB chart. There's the 4-hour going back. So, and yeah, I would say down here, I'd buy that and just close your eyes.
I mean, what's that? That strong support is around a penny. So really, just
if you believe in a space, the risk
hair
reward
lower
down
than
here is extremely good. So, BC rung the bell.
There you go.
We'll give you a wrench for ringing the bell.
Now you got to ring our bell over there, and we got to get out of here. That's what we got to do.
No, we're having too much fun.
Yeah, this is kind of fun, you know. The nice thing is, on days like today, we're like, let's do a quick show, but we just get on conversation with you guys and kind of, you know, we try to be really professional, and when there's a lot going on, we got to just nail out because we got a bunch of fundamentals and charts and news. And on days like today, we can just kind of put the hair back and have a little bit of fun with you guys.
I don't think the SEC will issue denial myself in February because I think you're just going to have too much going on with the Fidelities and everybody we've been talking about. So, you know, I don't think so.
That's also another thing. If everybody, the big dogs, thought that the government was going to just really come down hard on the space and Bitcoin and specifically, do you think all these institutions don't have their money in the pockets of the politicians? Do you think they wouldn't know that was coming? Guys, they don't spend hundreds of millions of dollars in time and effort and hiring people. You're talking about TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan. They don't spend that money for no reason. Microsoft, Starbucks, they're involved with the EuroSex as well. New York Stock Exchange and ICE is involved. So, I mean, they know a little more than we do. That's for sure.
And yes, I can crack walnuts with my butt cheeks. Actually, I'm doing that tonight over at Diamond Cabaret. And
got to make a few extra dollars. I got to pay the bills around here.
Where's that at? I'm the lead performer tonight at 10 o'clock.
You want to come down there?
And what is that over there?
I'll be at Todd's stage.
What's that over there? What? Where's like PT? Oh, in Centerville, Illinois. Yes. And the other channels.
They know nothing.
The other channels.
They know nothing.
Should I get a video of Todd and post it on YouTube? Do you think we'll go viral and at least make money on that since cryptos is in the dumps?
Right.
Let's see. That's about all we got, guys. That was a lot of fun. We went over a little bit of information. Make sure to catch us over on Twitter. And to all the Patreon and Discord members, we will be on there tonight as usual. Been making some killer trades on ZEC, Factum, and others, and really just kind of keeping everybody straight, gathering some knowledge and information, and utilizing as much of the opportunities and passive income in the ecosystem as we can during the bear market. So maybe, Todd, you can push that button so people can get more information on that. And until next time, guys, stay tuned for your daily updates on cryptocurrencies right here at Learn Crypto.
So we got to go to our next meeting on marijuana grow and dispensary business because that's our next thing we're moving into.
That's Saturday. And we got, what's his face in here?
I'm rich, bitch.
Makilo Kid with the pot stock logo. I think on Twitter you switch it to Dash. So I think you need to make the switch to Dash over here on YouTube as well. Dash does have the connection with Alt 36 in the marijuana industry, so we'll see what happens with Dash.
I'm rich, bitch.
Is Wog still taking shots?
No, then PG.
Get on it, Wog.
The troll comes back and goes, ha ha, 21 Patreons or 19 Patreons. Yeah, we sure
What
do.
Is that?
Who cares?
Dudes are just mad we're making money.
We literally started our Patreon like 2 weeks ago, and we got the IQ of our 19 is bigger than the IQ of whatever you got all added together. I don't understand what your point there.
Maddie, you need to really get ready to go live. Get off our show. Better have.
I've got bowls of steel.
Rich Johnson says all in 20% to 401k and LTC, BTC, and ETC. There you go, Rich. Hopefully the bottom is close by. But if you have a nice 5-year time horizon or even a couple-year time horizon, I think that investment is going to definitely outperform over the S&P 500.
And yes, I do not smoke any weed, but yes, we are deep into going into Missouri for grow. So we got the business model.
Just got to prove.
We are working on that.
So, all right, guys, that's all we got. Catch you on Twitter, catch you on Discord, Patreon, etc., and we'll hopefully see you guys soon. Let's see where this BTC goes. A price target of 3,000 to 3,200 on our end. That's what we're looking for, and it looks like we're heading down there fast. And that's it. That's all I got, guys. You know, you got a dollar cost average in BTFD. Don't cry yourself to sleep. You're begging for these prices, so get involved. And thanks for tuning in. Smash that like button, subscribe button, and share button.
How much for a pound? And you're right, Canada is getting everybody where they're just going to jump all over this. So, no doubt.
Peace out, guys.
I'm rich, bitch!
That's all we got. Not so much anymore, but used to be.
All right, guys.
Hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you got to be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck. Everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.